Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope that you and yours are doing well and that you're still keeping safe. So this week's video is about how to achieve the perfect cut crease. I remember in my last video I mentioned that my face broke out, and so that's why I have all these spots around my face, but they're fading. They're actually fading, and that's the goal, right? Yeah, we can't be perfect all the time. So I'm going to start with my eyebrows. I do have an eyebrow tutorial up on my channel. I'm going to leave it linked in the description box, so feel free to check it out. So we are first going to start by prepping our lid for eyeshadow, and for that I'm going to be using this Maybelline Instant Age Eraser. Mine is in the shade tan. I do have some left over on the back of my hand, so you just squeeze out some and then do this. There. So that's how it looks blended out, and now we're going to go into our eyeshadow, and for that I'm using my typical Morphe palette. It's the Morphe 25A palette, and I'm going to go in with this brown shade over here, this one. I'm going to use it as my transition shade. So just start at the end as I go to the front. And the key to all this, guys, is blending. You can never have enough of blending, so blend like your life depends on it. So that's our first color, and I'm thinking of going in with a more warmer color, like maybe a red or burgundy or pink, those kind of colors. So I'm going to go into this palette over here. This was the first palette I ever owned, you guys. When I first started out makeup, this was the first palette I owned. So I'm going to go into this shade over here, and I'm going to go into the same area that I applied the brown is where I'm going to go over with this one. So just blend the two together until you get a seamless finish. So now it's time to cut our crease, and I'm still going to go in with this concealer over here and this flat concealer brush. It's done. I'm going to use to cut my crease. So just use a bit of concealer again on the back of my hand. Now when you're cutting your crease, there is an easy method for you guys to use. So you can just apply your concealer at the center and then look up, and when you look back down you can see it has created a line. Now that's where your crease is, and that's where you want to cut your crease. Yeah, so you can either do that, and other times I find that, especially with people who have the same eye structure as mine, I feel like it's easier for me to actually cut my crease because I don't need to do this. I already know where my crease is, so sometimes I cut it on here. You see where these two areas meet? So sometimes I'm going to cut it there, and other times I'm going to use this method, but it just depends. It depends with you, but here is an easy method, so that's what you're going to do. And you can see we already have two lines where we're supposed to cut the crease. So I'm just going to start at this corner over here, or if you do not know where to start from, you can actually go from where you've cut it. So just go with that line and drag it to the front like so. You can see it's actually very simple, and once you do that, just fill it in. So make sure your line is as crisp as it can be. So there we have it. So now I'm going to go in with my second eyeshadow shade. I don't really know what I'm going for, so maybe just try out maybe this color over here, this one. So let's try it out. So to apply that, I'm going to use this flat brush over here and just dab a bit, and then like, it's not visible on camera, but I promise you it's a really lovely color. So another thing to learn when you're doing a cut crease is that precision is key. You have to be very precise with what you're doing, and because you just don't want to go overboard with the colors. So yeah, so once I'm done, I'm going to go in with, remember that first brown that we used? Yeah, so I'm going to go in with that and just use it at the end to blend in the two colors, and also at the top for a more seamless finish. So just blend the two together. Going to use this Blue Heaven Kajal pencil, this one, and I'm going to use it to, you know, line my waterline. Do you see the difference? That's an eyeliner. So I just realized that my camera wasn't recording, but here we are. So I've already done my cut eye. I used this liquid eyeliner. Lately I have been loving this Revlon Color Stay one. I love it because it has that matte finish. You know how sometimes when you use liquid eyeliners, they leave you with that, I don't want to say greasy, but they're like, they have a shine to them. This one dries matte, and that I love. But I love this one because of the applicator. Let me show you. This is how the applicator looks like. It's just so easy to use. Like, it's that thin applicator and it's hard, so it's actually quite easy to use. And so yeah, I enjoy this. I got it from a cosmetic shop around where I stay, and so yeah, I've been using it ever since. I really enjoy it. So once that's done, I'm going to actually clean my cut eyes because they don't look alike and I want them to look as similar as I can. So I'm going to do that with, you know, we still have concealer left on the back of our hands, so that's what we are going to use. Just clean them up and then, you know, put on our lashes. So there, so I'm just going to blend this concealer. So we are now going to move on to lashes, and I have two pairs over here. I have these ones that are more a bit natural, and then I have these ones that are more on the dramatic side. I got, wow, this is how they look. I got them from Super Cosmetics, and this ones I got them from the same cosmetic shop around where I stay. And then I'm going to be using this duo lash glue. I also got it from Super Cosmetics. It's actually nice. It's really nice, and it has the applicator. So if you're someone who doesn't know how to, do their lashes properly, I recommend that you go in with a lash glue that has one of these applicators like that. So you can actually just apply the glue directly on your, on the top part of your lash, and then just leave it for a few seconds to get tacky, and then place the lash on top. Or you can just directly apply it on your lash band, and then do the same thing, just apply your lash. And that's what I actually do, but if you want an easier process, that one. So for foundation today, we are going to go in with this Maybelline Super Stay foundation, and mine is in the shade True Caramel. So just use one pump of this. So I'm going to go back into this palette and use that brown that we used as bronzer. Just take a bit of it. So this is the finished look, you guys. I really love it. Yeah, I don't have much to say about it. You guys can clearly see and tell. I had so much fun creating it, and thank you so much for watching. I will see you guys in my next one. Bye guys. I'm feeling high.